Alright, always gotta start the stream off by coughing right into the fucking microphone. Perfect. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're back at it to do some more shit. So let me get rid of some of this stupid stuff that I put up here. Bam. So, damn, we need to do some shit. So we have our level 1 here. I'm gonna bring that in over there. When we run, we have this initial scene right here, which is our start game, and then we load in, and we have our monsters that will start breaking in through the windows. We have this door. This door we have to break and have it like permanently not work, and maybe have some sparks emitting or something. We can look out here and see the landscape. How nice. We gotta add the stuff on the walls here. Like guns and shit and ammo. And we gotta add the energy drinks to over here so we can, you know, buy the power-ups. Cool. And I think I got the lighting a little better. You know, so we'll have that one too. There's our guys down there. Bam, we shoot them all to death. Alright, there we go. Nice. So, what am I going to be doing right now? Well, we have the guns that we have to switch to. I have the machine gun hidden, but we got to like put ammo on these and shit like that. So, I'm just going to make a notepad. Stuff to do. Guns need ammo system. Enemies need to be fixed when entering. They can't be shot. They can't be shot. It's basically going to disrupt the whole thing. Actually, let's try it out. I'm pretty sure it'll fuck it up, but I'll show you what I mean. So if we're here and we shoot them before they try and enter in, it's gonna put them in a different state, and then they go back to the chase state, but they're gonna be stuck outside, so they just kind of glitch out. Let's see where he's at. Uh-oh, now I'm stuck. Oh no. Alright, so yeah, we gotta fix that. Yeah, what we can do is check on our enemy, basically, if we are... let's see, let's go to Marty Martian. Marty Martian, TSCN, so... Oh yeah, this outro is so fucking annoying. There we go. Nice. So. Oh yeah, let me make sure my shit's up on Twitch as well. For the no people that watch there. We gotta make sure. Oh, I'm in the education section. How the... I thought I changed that, you fucker. Creator dashboard, manage stream. Software and game development. All right, done. Nice, there we go. Welcome to the business meeting for my fucking show. I'm like Dark Side Phil now, so I'm just gonna do all my shit on stream and at your expense. Because no one's watching anyway. So, we got this fucker. Marty Martian. It's more so for the video after the fact. I'm probably going to release the whole game so you can download the Godot file for like people who want to learn how to run shit or whatever. So if we shoot him, he goes to the take damage and he does this little flinch reaction, and then after he does that, he goes right back to idle. But we basically need to keep him in take damage state. So you know what? If he's at the window, let's have him not react when he's shot. He'll just we'll do this. So let's see, when is this being called? When we do this, we'll say if current state, or yeah, if current state is not equal to window. Yeah, so basically if we're not in the window state, then we don't want to do all this. Let me think about this. Yeah, so this is the code that allows us to be hit. I think I actually have to change some of this. Actually, no, this can all stay. And then we'll just do else. Well, actually, all that should happen regardless. So, if the current state is not equal to window, then we have to change it to next state. But if we are in the window state, it's we'll just go through this stuff here, but we won't actually change anything. We still have the ability to die, but we don't have the ability to do the animation for take damage. So, that makes it fair for the monsters, so they're not, like, flinching when we shoot them outside. Let's give that a shot. I'll start the game. So now if I shoot them, they shouldn't flinch. Yeah, he's still taking the damage, but he's not flinching, which is good. So, can I kill him? I can. Awesome. And I can do damage to that guy, and he flinched, but he still got inside. And nice, he does that little idle animation, then he starts jogging after us. Awesome. So we need some health or something, or maybe we should just take like 2 or 3 hits and our screen should get redder. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do a little, yeah, what are we gonna do here? We gotta make some type of thing for our character. Just some health. What am I talking about? Let's make some health. We'll make sure the enemy can hit us. At on ready var health equals, and I'm realizing this wasn't even what we were supposed to be doing. Let's just do 100. And every hit will be 25. Yeah, so we have an idle, we have a moving, and then if we play Call of Duty Black Ops, when we get hit, do we like go down for a second? Yo, what's up, Frogger? How's it going, man? I'm just doing more shit. You know what? I don't think I'll add a whole another state. I'll just add a func, and I'll add a take damage function here. And we'll just say health minus equals amount and amount. And we'll put amount up here. Cool. And then we'll say if health is less than or equal to 0, then we will we'll have to do a next state here. So we'll say next state equals death, and we'll have to obviously add that in here, death, and I think we'll just say for right now, we'll just print you died. You died. But eventually we'll go to a death scene. Alright. Health minus equals amount. I don't know why I put a little thingy there. You don't need it. Health is less than 0. Our next state equals death. Awesome. So we need to call this function basically with Marty Martian, and he has this hook on his right hand, but we also need to be able to attack. So when we are close enough, let's go 10 here. Distance to target, so when we're running at the player, that's our target. So if we're close enough, like under 10 Godot units, then we should move to our next state, which is attack. And that plays a swipe. And that swipe is going to look like this. So what I'm going to do is have a hitbox on that hand, and if the hitbox hits the player, then the player is going to take damage. So that seems like the way to do it for me. Yeah, and cool. So I think what we'll do is go node and add a body entered. We'll connect that to the enemy here, and we'll say if body dot is in group. This is actually the first game jam I've ever done. Yeah, I never really did them before. I just saw this one and I thought it would be fun. I was in a battle of the bands one time. We placed 4th. I played guitar and I sang, but that was back when I was a fucking teenager. Body.is in group, and we'll say player. And we'll print. Yeah, it is dope. And then I look at pictures of myself back then and I'm like, that's so fucking cringe. Good thing I went bald. Body is in group player. We'll say, I think it was take damage, right? We'll say body dot take damage. No, I was really into Nirvana because I was like a teenager and I was like, you know, I thought I was gonna be like a rock star or something. But it's like, you know, those were the good days when you're just like hanging out with your friends, like slamming beer and listening to Pantera. Alright, is in group player, body.take damage. Okay, and then we need an amount, so the amount will be 25. Cool. And we need some way to represent that to the player. I think we should just do a simple, we'll just do a text for now. A label, and this will be our health. Cool. Maybe we'll just put it right on his forehead, and it'll say 100, because we keep it 100, 100. Nice. Cool. And so we just have to update that now. We'll just do a func update health. Func update health. I think it's better to call it on here than to call it from the player. And we'll just say number. And we'll say, what is this? Health dot text equals number. And we'll say str strang. Awesome. Yeah, so that's looking good. Cool. So we're gonna take the damage, and then we have to update here. So we're going to call what now? What is it called? Health. No, it's called control. Control dot and what's the name of the thing? What do we call that thing? Update health. Update health right there. Seven TV emotes? No, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is actually. Oh no, we should just pass in health. Bam, let's run that. So we should have health. We're waiting to get hit now. Okay, so we gotta let him hit us. Let's see if we can actually get too close and get hit. We should be able to, right? Maybe not. Alright. They should be coming at us anytime. Okay, yeah, I have 50 health. 25. And then if they hit me again, I shouldn't be able to move. Oh, but they don't have anything to do after they hit us. But if I walk into his hand, it still hits us. So we have to make sure we turn on and off that collision. So Marty Martian, I think we're going to turn his collision off on his hand by default. And then on the animation player, when we do the swipe, we're going to turn it on and off. Right hand hurdy. We're going to go here, and we're going to say disabled. So now let's look at the movement in 3D. So it's like from right here up, that's when we want to enable the hurdy. So right here, and then I guess we'll do an insert, and we'll have it's disabled there, so we want to flip it here and make sure it's able to attack. So this goes here. This is kind of a pain in the ass in Godot, by the way. It's way easier in like Blender. So here it should be right there. It should start working, and then so it's like really only active. Okay, so maybe a little bit further back than that. Maybe like everything right there should be hit, and then right about here is when we back off it. So duplicate keys, and then yeah, then we're going to take this one and duplicate it out. So a value of true means it's not active, so it'll be non-active, active, and then non-active again. So, and then we'll disable it by default, and we should have good results with that. And look, we're gonna have to do that with the overhead swipe as well. Property track and right hand hurdy disabled, and oh, how's it going, Art Day? Yeah, I came back on. I have nothing else to do today. I'm very important. Yeah, so we'll insert some keys here. We'll start it off disabled. We'll throw that key in there. Insert another one here. So now it's active. And right about here is when we'll cut it off and say it is no longer active again. So there we go. Now it should be working to a satisfactory level, and it shouldn't just be damaging us all the time. And we should only be able to take so much damage instead of being hit like multiple times. Let's say Let's make a little damage timer for ourselves. So we'll make a timer, and we'll just call this damage timer. My favorite game that I made. I have this lolcow video game that I'm working on. I like to watch characters from the sector. I watch like Kino Casino, and I'm making a game about some of the people in that universe, like Ricardo Law and Ethan Ralph and iDubbbz and Anissa, and just really ripping on them hardcore. And I think that's what I would love to do. If I had money, if I had someone who could finance that, and they'd be like, John, here's $100,000, make this game, I would do that. Yeah, it's very funny. I have streams of it on my channel. Okay, so damage timer, and I think it should be like half a second, so we can only get hit every half a second. And we'll just do it when we take damage. We'll say if at the damage timer dot is stopped, damage timer dot start. Oh, hey, how's it going, Madze? So we have the timer. If it's stopped, then we're going to start it. And what do we need to do here? We need to make some type of thing and then re-enable it. So can take damage. Let's do a at on ready var can take damage equals oh, there's a siren outside. Equals true. We can always take damage. So alright. And we'll say if can take damage, we'll just do this. If can take damage equals true, then we will do the damage calculation. And we will also can take damage and set that equal to false. And let's also do this down here. Yeah. Nice. Cool. And let's go to damage timer. We need on the timeout of that, we need to connect it, and we're gonna say can take damage equals true. So now we can only take damage every, I think, what is it, 3/4 of a second? Is that what I said? Half a second? You know, that gives them some chance to escape. Yeah, using a lot of if statements. Well, there's better ways to do it. You can use like a match statement. So if you had like this is a good example. Like I'm using these 3 strings are the only 3 guns I'm gonna have in the game. So I'm just matching these, and I could use an if statement here, but you know, it's about the same with this. It's like, if I had thousands of options, a match statement probably would be the incorrect approach as well. You know, because then I have to code each single one like this. So I would honestly, if you had like, if you were like seeing, oh, I have too many if statements, I would just upload your code to ChatGPT and just be like, how can I avoid if statements here? Like, because it would show you a technique to get it to the next level of like coding, of like maybe make some type of factory statement or some shit, you know. But yeah, there is kind of a meme of Yonder Dev using a shit ton of if statements, which is pretty funny. Oh, nice. Yeah, restarting the PC. Alright, so what am I... Is that... I think we should be good. I should probably get some sound effects or something, too. Nice. So let's see if he can still do damage. Nice, he is still doing damage. And we can shoot him, do a little damage to him. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, like, worry about avoiding if statements, but it's like, if you're just, like, having a big if, and then if, and, it, like, you know, just a ton of them, there's usually a faster way to do it. So let's see, I can't just run into his hand this time, that's good. And they both froze up, though. We have to make sure they do something else. I mean, I probably rely on, like, match statements too much, because that's, like, just how I know how to do it. So, alright, so up here I was going to do a match statement, and then someone showed me how to do it without doing it. So yeah, for this limb, I was going to loop through and then use a match statement for this name, but then someone's like, oh, you can just find the child since you already have them all in a list, and use that to actually get the limb, which is like a new way to do it that I didn't think about. So it's like, there's probably a better way to do it if you're finding yourself writing a ton of if or match statements. Is like, I guess, the main portion. But what the fuck do I know? I don't have any degree or nothing. I have the same degree as, like, Bill Nye. I have associates in applied science. What am I trying to do here? What is that animation called? The animation is called swipe, I believe. Swiper, no swiping, yeah. Yes, swiping. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, stuff's always gonna go wrong. So it's like you just gotta... I don't know. Account for that. I have lost my whole game a few times. I feel like there was this thing with Godot 3.3 or 3.2 where it would just, like... It wouldn't allow you to open your main scene, and it would say, like, there's something wrong with the game file, and it happened to a lot of people. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? I can't remember what the answer or solution to that was. Next date, sorry. I'm trying to talk and type. Next date equals chase, so let's go ahead and try that. Oh, yeah. Are you running Linux or are you running Windows? Because I realized that I was running Linux for a long time, and then I just didn't realize that I had the wrong, like, drivers installed, and my NVIDIA drivers or whatever were just not working well. So we can get hit. Looks like they can continue hitting us. Cool, and now we're dead, so now we can't shoot or do anything. Nice. What are we gonna do now? You died, you died, you died. Wonderful. Oh no, you have the Mixamo Maynard in your game too? You're running Windows, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, then your driver's probably cool. Oh, the NVIDIA drivers are apparently bugged right now. I didn't even know that. What do I have? It says it up here, right? Yeah, I have an AMD Radeon RX 580. And then I have a... let's look at the device manager. Processor. So yeah, I have an i9 processor, so that's pretty good. And then, where is the... Damn it, I don't fucking know. keyboards, monitors, network, ports, software devices, system devices. Oh, sound, video. Who knows? Whatever. But anyway, it's not a very good one. It's like oh, they're right on 580. So I'm pretty sure I got the 8 GB model. Right, that would be the 2048, maybe. I'll just pull it out real quick and show it to the camera. Alright. What do I want to do now? So we've got them attacking us. I could get some sound effects from Artlist, but I guess they're not really free. I guess I could use... sometimes I just go to YouTube and get sound effects, or I could go to Open Game Art. Do I ever have issues with it? Actually, no. I've run everything pretty good. Like, I run... I can play Dark Souls 2. I can play Dark and Darker. Lords of the Fallen ran. Baldur's Gate ran. Everything pretty much runs. Freesound.org for your sounds. Oh, nice. I'll probably get a bunch of sounds off screen and then bring them on, because it's probably boring for people to watch me download them. I'm just trying to think what to do next. So, we're here in level 3. We need to make this door broken somehow. Or I need to sculpt one in Blender, and we also need to make the guns actually work like guns. So let's go and do that. Let's go to our player. I only really plan to have these 3 guns in the game. And then maybe some melee stuff. I have a weapon here, and I have a baseball bat. But we don't have anything coded for it, really. So, let's take a look at that script. Let's do an onReady at onReady var ammo, and at onReady var magazine. So our magazine, I think this should just be an int, and our magazine is going to be, I don't know, I'm trying to think about this. Alright, so when we shoot, we're just basically going to subtract from ammo. We should only have like 5 in here. We can just make another int, right? And then we'll just do equals 5. I'm just gonna do magazine size. Actually, no, we'll just do magazine, yeah. And ammo, and we'll set this equal to what? We'll start with 25. So I have like 1 week left. I've been working on it for about a week. I was sick last week, so I didn't really work as much, but I've made similar games like this in the past, so it's pretty simple for me. Godot makes it pretty easy to do this. So if we shoot, I guess we'll say ammo. Let's do some checks first. So if magazine is greater than or equal to 1, then we will say magazine minus equals 1, right? If we have any bullets in the magazine, we want to use them, and then else we'll say reload. We need to reload. Cool. And then we'll reload our magazine, and what we'll do there is say magazine plus equals 5, and ammo minus equals 5, right? If we have any ammo. If ammo is greater than or equal to 5, then we'll just do that. Oh, we gotta go the other way. And else, we're just gonna take all the ammo we have and dump it into the magazine. Ammo, we'll say magazine plus equals ammo. Right there. And then we'll say ammo equals 0. So cool, that should do it, right? And then we just need to make pickups that we can pick up more ammo or buy it off the wall or something. Yeah, Godot's been pretty awesome. I really like it. It's like the only game engine I've ever really used. I've done like coding with like pretty much every language right now, but you know, never like stuck with one except for like Godot. I learned a little bit of JavaScript. I learned like, you know, Java in school. I did some PHP at like this internship thing. So I've had like some experience, but I don't know. I'm not like a type of person who can sit behind a desk all day. It's just like I got like restless leg syndrome and I gotta fucking work on machines and shit. So I kind of want to speed up these animations on these guys too. I think they're really slow. I think they could just do more damage. What was I even testing? Oh, that's right, the gun. 2, 3, 4. Well, let me make some visual representation for the player as well on this shit. So, we'll just print it out for now. Let me go to where we're doing some stuff here. Probably printing way too much. Where is our player? Pistol. Control F. Let me find our print statements. Awesome. Let me get rid of you. Cool. So when we shoot, let's just print magazine. And we'll just do a little statement here. Bullets left. Yeah, I've always liked this type of game. The round of just like endless horde enemies that come at you. I always felt like that was like a great game to play with your friends when you're just like hanging out back in the day and you're like, damn, we're gonna get fucking hammered and play zombies, and then we're gonna like black out. That's all I used to do when I was like 19. Cool. And then if we reload, we'll do this. So we play the reload animation. What does that look like? So that's pretty fast. We might have to actually slow that down. Cool. And we shouldn't actually rearm the pistol until the animation is finished. So we should play that, and then we should have this down here. Let me just throw that in the ether for a second. I'm going to copy this. I don't know why, but I'm going to paste it right here, and then I do know why, because I'm going to say reload right there. It's the Re-Up album. We're going to reload, and then we'll do this right here. Move that shit in. Nice. So we reload, we recharge that ammo, so that should do it after we couldn't be able to fire anymore until we get more ammo in that gun. So let's try that. And this animation, let's actually make it longer. Animation. Let's go 3 seconds. And we'll move this out. Move that out. Move this like right there. That That way his indexing will be better. It'll be high speed, low drag. I mean, I wouldn't say I know everything about Godot script, or I know everything about Godot. You know, I just know, like, how to do the things I want to do. Yeah, I think the concept of, like, learning a language, it's not like a language like French or English or something. It's kind of just like, do you know how to do a certain thing? Like, I would say I know Python, but if someone gave me, like... There's a video of me trying to do lead code problems, and I can barely fucking do them. Alright, so we can still keep shooting, even though I have no rounds left in my magazine. Oh no. Cool. So I think that's because, oh, we're doing that after. We should be doing this. We should be doing this in here. Bam, bam, bam. We'll slam that up, and then we'll take these right chair and throw them in right chair. Oh man, you know what sucks? They got rid of the Squidbillies voice actor, and they replaced him with fucking Tracy Morgan. And I was like, Tracy Morgan for real? And like, in response to Unknown Hinson, like, that's insane. That makes no sense whatsoever. I can't even watch that show anymore. It used to be one of my favorite shows, but now it's like, yeah, I'm not interested in Tracy Morgan. Thank you. Alright, this guy's breaking in. Although I did feel bad for him when I saw him throwing up the other day. I was like, damn, he really must feel sick, dude. That sucks. Get well soon, buddy. Alright, so... Oh, that's right, we're testing the gun. So we can't shoot anymore until we reload. And then we still can't shoot anymore because I'm an idiot. Bullets left, 0. So... The magazine, if ammo is greater than or equal to 5, magazine plus equals 5. We'll just set magazine equal to 5, actually. And then ammo minus equals 5. I guess, are we not getting here? Yeah. Yo, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, #1 in the hood, G. Yeah, I love that show. My brother and I used to watch that show all the fucking time. That and Robot Chicken. I used to get drunk and watch Robot Chicken with my dad. Which is probably not a great idea because I was like... we were like drinking at like 18, just getting completely drunk out of our minds, watching these like Adult Swim shows with my like Gen X dad, who's like a fucking idiot. But you know, like, he taught me everything I know, so it's like I learned a lot. He was a plumber, so well, I mean, he's still alive. He's just not plumbing anymore. But yeah, he's doing great. My brother's actually hanging out with him right now. I would be hanging out, but I didn't feel like driving in a car for an hour. So, okay, we're reloading. Can we fire? We cannot. We got here to the reload function, so I've coded something wrong. If ammo is greater than or equal to 5. And what is ammo? Ammo is 25, so it is greater than or equal to. I guess we gotta print some shit here. Print. We are here. You know what? I wonder if I am... whatever, we'll try that. I guess maybe we're not, let me do that down here as well. That might be the issue. That we're not, re-enabling the can fire gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So that was the issue. Okay. And then I should be running out of bullets pretty soon, and I shouldn't be able to load anymore. And, that should be the last ones, right? Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, I just keep reloading. That's pretty funny. Oh, load up another bag. Yes, sir. Load up another empty bag. Yes, sir. Yeah, good idea, dude. Makes me feel better. Oh, my music ended. All right. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to do country, lo-fi, or metal? I think I'm feeling metal right now. Man, you know what I saw the other day was the original, like, from Hot Topic. They had the mugs from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like the original ones. And I was like, damn, they were still sealed in the package. And I was like, if I could go to a mall back in 2006 and just, like, have one of those, that'd be nice. I'm not, like, that consumeristic, like, Funko Pop type fucking guy. But I really wanted those mugs, dude. It had Meatwad and, like, Master Shake and Frylock with Carl. It was perfect. Nice. Okay. We'll get the shotgun. We basically got to do the same thing. How much of this can I copy and fucking do there? Alright. Shotgun, we don't even have a ability to fire. Yeah, Carl's the best. Also, our shotgun's kind of messed up right now. If we look at it, for some reason, the pump is all the way out, floating in the ether. I don't know why. If we go to reload, it goes back to where it should be. There we go. Let's get the shotgun working, I guess. How I'm going to do the shotgun, I'm not sure just yet. Fuck it, let's stick to the pistol for a minute. We need to make it clear to the player how many rounds are in there. So I guess we should just go ahead and put some displays up here. Let's put 2 more. Let's do another control node. Or let's just do what do they have that? Do they have like a color panel or something? Color rect. And then I'm going to add a label on there. Make the gun from Rick and Morty and Godot. You could do it in, oh, you know, you should take a picture of it, and then you could probably find some AI thing that would do a 3D render of it, and you could probably do it that way. I'm sure they have them now. So this color rect on the 2D, I kind of want it like over here. Oh, shit. Let's anchor it to this corner. And I'm going to have to change all this around. I'm just trying to find some shit right now. I want to make this a little transparent and make it a little darker. Make it red or whatever. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I kind of want to stick some of this stuff in there, so I'm going to stick the protagonist image in there. Oh no, the crosshair I don't want to put in there. That's supposed to be on the screen. And then the gun. Yeah, and then I think I have, let's call this current weapon. If Godot keeps crashing, and there's nothing down here in the debugger. Like if it... Oh, you mean the actual whole program Godot keeps crashing. I think you can do it this way. Hold on, let me exit out here and I'll do this. If you go to CMD and you type in Godot... Ah, shit. Well, if you have to basically bring up your Godot through your terminal, and then you'll have your command prompt open, and whatever your crash error is, it'll be through here. And then I think there's also there's like this Windows system logs. It would take me forever to find it, but yeah, it's like you can look up like Windows Crash Manager or Crash Report or something, and sometimes that'll give you useful information. But I'm guessing if you're trying to do terrain or something, I bet it's that you're trying to load in too much, because I had the same issue at one point. I was trying to do a bunch of terrain into Godot, and it would like crash every time my scene was saved or every time I would try and import the file. This was like 2 years ago. I don't think I ever really got a fix for that. But yeah, that looks kind of a little bit better. So we'll have the ammo over here to the side, I guess. We'll say ammo, and we'll do another one here for magazine. Whoops. Good ones with scary, do you know good text-to-speech program sites with scary inhuman voices? I don't know, I use Artlist. I'm sure they have something like that, but, you know, now that I think about it, there was this one that was advertised to me. It said they had, like, AI voices for, like, game characters. I just don't know who it was. I can't remember what service it was, but I would Google that. It's like AI game character voices or something. So what is this? Ammo and magazine. Cool. So we'll put the ammo. Shit. Let me move this so we can only move stuff. We'll put the ammo over here, and we'll put the magazine down there. Let's just put the... Let's put that up there as well. Ammo, we'll put 25, and magazine, we'll put 5. And I'm gonna go get some free fonts. Free fonts. Isn't there like a... Yeah, 101 free fonts. I've used this site a bunch of times. Let's look up Alien. Okay. I need something I can still read, you know what I mean? That looks pretty cool, but it's not very readable. I kind of like that one. Let's try that one. So let me open that up. Oh, these ads are amazing. Oops, not that. And then all my fucking password documents. Good. Don't worry, it's just like stupid games that no one's ever gonna play anyway. I gotta protect my RuneScape accounts, guys. What am I doing? That's right, the downloads and quirkyrobot.zip. So it's a TTF. Is that the type of file we can use? Let's take a look. Let's make a new folder. New folder. What are we calling this? Fonts. Fonts on fonts. Get that ad blocker. Yeah, I should use the ad blocker. I use Beholder font. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, so let's go into that folder now, and I'll paste this shit. Where is it? Open in File Manager. Awesome. So now if I grab, I'm actually going to grab the whole control, and I'm going to go to Theme. I'll do a new theme, and we'll just pick the font. Quick load. Awesome. That does work. It's very blurry. Is there a way we can default base scale? I don't know what that is. Default font size. That's a little better. Still a little, I don't know, I guess we'll see how it looks. I might have to do a different font. Those numbers are very skinny for my liking. I don't know, you can see them. Yeah, that's not bad. We're not updating anything, so let me go ahead and update them. Okay, so we'll go to the pistol, and nice. I guess down here, all we really have to do is, I guess we'll just, we could assign this to a group and call it HUD. I think that's what I'm going to do, is go to Node, Groups, and we'll add a group and call it HUD. And then I'll just do an update. I'm basically going to copy this and paste it twice. And we'll say update mag and update ammo. Update mag, update ammo, and then all we have to do is change this shit too. So magazine, and oh, we're gonna have to change some of these too because I changed them into the color rect ammo. So I think we're gonna have to change this to color rect health, right? Or no, maybe not. Yes, color rect health points. Cool. Yeah, and then we'll just call the update mag and update, oh, ammo, not anno. Yeah, thank you. I didn't see that. Okay, and then we'll go back to our pistol, and then we just have to call those. So we'll say get tree dot get first node and group, and that'll be the group HUD, and we'll say what are we saying? Update ammo, and we'll pass in ammo. Cool. And I'm going to basically copy and paste and do the same thing for magazine, but change it to update mag. And we'll just do that again. Whoops. When we do this, so when we fire, we'll be right here, and we'll play that shit. Normally we don't play that shit, but this time we are. Let's try that out. Uh-oh. Update ammo in null instance. I guess maybe it's a lowercase HUD. So now we gotta reload. And uh-oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. HUD. Nice. So we can start the game. We can reload. And then we have to wait to reload again. Awesome. Cool. And then we'll get this guy. Nice. So. Cool. We also need to, I guess, with this setup, basically, we're losing the rest of the mag. It's working like you would actually work in real life, where it's like the bullets in that mag, if you press R to reload, you're just going to lose whatever you had in there, I think. Which is how it would work. I mean, you wouldn't, like, in real life, if you drop your magazine, the bullets in there don't go back into your pocket. So, okay, what do I want to do now? I gotta take a slight break and use the bathroom, but I think after that what I'm gonna do is have the I think I'm gonna make the end screen and the beginning screen and just have the protagonist and maybe a Martian in there, and we'll go from there. We'll just make it in Blender real quick. That'll be fun. Something fun to do. I do not want to update. Yeah, let me do this. Whoops, not that. Where is... Alright, BRB. And I'm going to put on this image slideshow, very professional. Alright, I'll be back in like 3 minutes. Alrighty. My neighbors were yelling and making noise outside, but then I realized it's just a bunch of kids. So I was like, "Damn, what the fuck are they doing?" But then they're playing they're playing soccer, so it's actually like, oh, they're doing something nice out there. Cool. Nice. What are we gonna do here? That's right. I was gonna make the. Oh, let me get this off the screen. Cool. I think what I wanted to do was make the intro scene. So let's go to a blender. Let's blend it up. So we have our protagonist here. This is kind of like a protagonist I have in a lot of my games. We got to get a better shirt for him. I just kind of like the design of this one. But I don't know, I can always change the design of that. But yeah, I was thinking about him like this, and then maybe one of the windows. I think what I should do is actually just do open recent, we'll open level A, we'll don't save anything. We're gonna have to add a camera, and then I'll press O to go into the camera, and we'll move it to where I gotta import that guy as well. Import. I'm pretty sure I have a version of him, of our protagonist, right here. There's no animations to go with him, it's just him though. So let's grab him and move him probably like over here. And then we'll go to our camera and move that over here. Oh, but we need it facing a vent. Like this, probably. Yeah, something like that. Let me turn this on to rendered. Awesome. So where is our... Damn, this doesn't all move together. That's great. I'll have to... Okay. Can I move this to a new collection? New collection. There we go. Now I have the whole protagonist. Awesome. So I want to spin this around, make it look at the camera. Let's go R180 on the Z. Awesome. Press G to move it over here. And I don't know why the camera wants to be annoying as fuck, but we have ways of dealing with that. And one way is just to move it right here. And awesome. Yeah, I don't know why it gets to a point where you can't like scroll in anymore or like move it around. It's just weird. Alright, there we go. Cool. Now we're facing the window. I gotta fix our protagonist. He's missing some textures. His hair looks pink for some reason. Cool. So let's get out of the camera view. Nice. Let's grab this guy. The Sherpa hat, we should not be able to see through it, so it should be opaque. There we go. That should be opaque for now. His skin should be opaque. We should be able to not see through that. Pretty much everything should be opaque. We should be able to see through shit. Okay. And then the hair, I think I'm just going to delete that. I think I put that in as a joke, but yeah, so the idea was to have him like this. And then have the Martian at the door like that, take the picture, you know, make it look kind of grungy and shit, and then have that as the intro scene. So cool. I gotta grab the window that was over here. And, hopefully I still have the window. Shit. Damn, I am not remaking that window. That's way too slow. Oh, there it is. Thank God. Nice. So, all I gotta do now is grab that R180. We'll move that to the window here. That's just a prop, just so we have something to look at. We'll bring it up right here. Awesome. How does that look when it's rendered? Pretty shitty, so we need to add a light. And then we need to get rid of those. Get rid of that pipe as well. And then we'll add... Oh, what did I just touch? Oh. I touched like a microphone stand, but it felt like weird, like tree mold. Swear I'm not retarded. Alright. Cool. We'll grab this light over here. We'll bring it over there. And is that where our camera be? It is, right? Oh shit, I did not mean to move it. Let me... Bam, camera view no longer moves with that. I went to the wrong space with our light, so we should have a light over here. We gotta bring it up. This is really fun stuff here. Okay, we'll put that there, and we'll make it bigger. Let's see. Let's just go. Just add a 0 on the end when in doubt. Wireframe, perfect. And we'll duplicate it. Oh shit. Shift D to duplicate in Blender, different than in Godot. Forgot about that. Cool. Nice. So what does that look like? Rendered. That looks a little better, but it's still pretty dark. There we go. Why is he so dark? That's so annoying. G on the X, bring it right there. It's like his skin can't absorb light or whatever. Like his... There we go. Yeah. I thought I heard something weird for a second. I wonder if we just add some type of, what if we just add a, let's add a sun, and then we'll maybe tilt that sun a little bit and turn down the strength. I kind of want it to be dark. I am going to make the game a little darker. Let's render this image and see what happens. So So that's exactly what I'm not going for. That's way too much light. Okay, what if I render this one? I mean, that's better. That's kind of what I'm going for. And then I'm just going to have the zombie peeking through here, you know, just kind of like a comical thing. Let me go ahead and import the zombie. Yeah. And entry cutouts. I'm going to take this and let's hide that in the render as well. File, import, and FBX. We'll just get it straight from the downloads. Yeah, zombie punching. And let me go up top real quick. I'm pretty sure it's not that one, it's this one over here. Let me hide that for a second. Oh, he's little teeny tiny. Well, he's actually all together, so I can select him and I can go to a scale. Oh, he's not tiny, he's just shrunk actually. So now I can move him around more effectively. Let's go R180. We'll bring him out to this window right here. You know, it occurs to me right now I could have just made mock scene in Godot and have this like animated and have him breaking down the window as a scene, but you know what, whatever, we're not going to do that. We're just going to have a picture right here of him peeking through the window, and that'll be good enough. Let me go here, and then I can pose him in. So that looks pretty funny. And I'm just going to, whoops. I'm going to copy and paste a few of them out the window so you can see, like, you know, there's a horde of them. And let's grab these two and go G on the X, and Y actually. And we'll move those back. And then Shift D, and we'll put some more. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Blender, come on now. What are you even fucking doing? I'm going to delete them all later anyway, but for right now. Oh, just the armature. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. No, why would I want the entire thing? Shift D. Whatever, good enough. Let's render that image and we'll see what we get. Oh, the pipe. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that pipe. Yeah. Where is it? Pipes. We'll get these out of here. And we do have okay, so those are the pipes. The plane is Mars, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and let's render that image. I think that's pretty good. It's pretty decent. And then we'll have like a title up here and some other shit. I think I'm going to put more light behind the Martians and make it darker in general. Then put more highlight on this guy and more highlight on them. That'll look cool. So I'll do a light out here, and where do we find that light? Point. We'll bring that over here. Bring that up. We'll turn that up. that over here. Let's look at that. How's that going? I really need more accent on this front one. Maybe I'll put a second one back here. Really show how evil they are with some aura. There we go, that's a little better. Yeah, that's pretty cool actually. And this one will be on our guy. And then we're going to make the light pretty much more oppressive everywhere else, so it's, you know, much better. And I kind of want to do like a dark and light cycle on the game. That would be cool. All we have to really do is change the environment and just animate it or something. That wouldn't be that hard. We'll delete that one, and then I'm going to go to the sun and probably just turn it down. Might turn it off. So it's just that one light then. What happens if I render this? So that's kind of cooler. That's what I'm looking for. I just want it darker still. So is all that really coming from all this? If I just turn that down. Well, I guess we are getting like a sky contribution. So I have to go to the world here and get the background color down to black. And then this is more what I'm going for, is that type of thing right here. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Nice. And let's just make those shadows on his arms look a little better. And if I go R, Z, and spin him a little bit, kind of more like this. And we'll bring him this way. Maybe more towards the camera just a little bit. And I think I'm going to grab the camera and zoom in a little bit more too. Cool. Where is that? Oh, that's right. Camera to view. That's not what I want to do. What if I go G on the Y? Yeah, that's more like it. Actually, that's a little too much. Let's go on the X. I still need a little bit of the like parameter and outside. I think that's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that one. Let me zoom out. Yeah, I think that's a good one. We'll go save as. Not that one. Godot projects. It's base game jam. Alright, Mars mission. We gotta make a new one. Didn't we have like a textures? Here we go. Let's say intro. Intro scene. Save as image. Awesome. I wonder how long it would take to do this in cycles. Probably a pretty long time. Whatever, that's fine. So, nice. How can I do a game over one? What would be, I guess we could do them like flexing or something. Do we have like a flexing emote on them? I think we do. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at my downloads real quick. Zombie scream. We could just do them kicking you or punching you or something. Or I think it's called Mutant Idol. Let me do that. I'm going to bring that in. And we'll just have a scene of them like out here. I'm going to get rid of all these because we're pretty much done with them. Or you know what I could do? That would be even cooler. Let me do this. Material preview. I'll just make a giant one in the background. Let me get out of that. So I already basically have this giant one. I'm going to rotate him R 90 degrees on the X. I could just scale this up really big. And then, you know, have the player looking out at this, like, giant... These big giant Martians that are appearing in the background. R on the Z. We just kind of put him in like this. They kind of look like the giants from Attack on Titan or some shit. But yeah, we'll just have these guys around there, kind of Evangelion style. And then if I go here on my camera, I gotta make sure the camera can see further out. Where is that? I think it's actually here. I guess it's got to be further than that. Oh, maybe not. There we go. They're over here. And I'll come out of the camera and I'll go... How's it going, the coder? I'm making an end screen for a video game for a game jam, so that's what we're doing here, if you're wondering. So yeah, let's just go like this. I'm gonna go up top and maybe back the camera off a little more and move the character over there so you can really see that. It's like, you know, you're screwed. Go R180 on the Z, spin them around. And then if I hit O, and so we'll put that there. That's good. And if I render this image, what are we getting? Nothing, because everything's way too dark. Perfect. So let me cancel out of that, and I'll go... Where's my sun? Cool, we need to actually spin this way. We'll bring it up a little bit, and we'll grabificate the sun, turn it red, turn the strength up, and let's see what that looks like if we go to rendered. So that looks kind of cool. We'll just do it like that. Maybe a little less dramatic, more like that, and kind of dark. And then I'm going to have the red lights that I put over here will be the eyes. That'll look nice and spooky. So let me grab these two, and I'm just going to move them over here. And let me get some more music going, sorry. Let's do some fucking country shit. Hell yeah. Yeehaw. Hell yeah, dude. I got coffee. I got a mason jar right here. Full of liquor. No, it's water. Man, I don't know why my lights are flashing all like that. I don't have any flashing lights in here. I think it's just trying to adjust to me moving around or some shit. Sorry about that. All right. Cool, we got that right there. That's right, I was moving the eyes. It is a little spooky dooky. It's pretty cool. Cool. So I'm basically going to do that, but make it much brighter. What if I do this? And we'll go one more. Make it really bright. And if I go to bloom, turn that bloom on. Turn the intensity up. There we go. It's 2006 again. Alright, let's render this. Render that image. I mean, that looks pretty cool, but we still need a little more on the inside, a little more light there. And I guess we should do a bunch of like enemies on the outside too. I'm going to grab that light and duplicate it and put it over there. Let me go back to material mode. We'll grab this, Shift D, bring it over here. Damn, I made my scene too big. This is what happens, but you know. We'll bring this over here. We're going to change that color on it to a white color, and we're going to bring down the intensity a little bit just so we have something to look at. Whoops. Alright, rendered there. We need a little more light on our protagonist here so we can actually see him. And I'll probably include like a little text and maybe like a voice line or something like game over, man. Something like that. So yeah, that looks pretty cool, I think. And then game over will be the text right there. Cool. And then we'll grab this one and grab that one as well. Shift D, bring that over here. And we'll do another one over here, why not? Might as well get all three. And yeah, I guess. Shit, I didn't mean to do that, but you know. Actually, I think I just, yeah. So, let's render that image. That's pretty cool. I don't know, it'll work as a placeholder. I just need something to put a game over screen on. I don't know, something belongs in the middle, but yeah, it'd be funny if the aliens were actually all there taking like a victory photo and they're all like flexing in the background and like your character's not in it at all. That's probably what I do, but we'll just save this for now as a game over scene. It'll be fine. Game over scene. Alright. So that's good enough for now. Let's go ahead. We're back in Godot. Let's make that game over scene. So we'll enter out of this mode. Do a user interface. We'll add a texture rect, and go to inspector, quick load, game over scene, and ignore size. We'll go full width, and then we'll just put a label. Damn, I haven't even been looking at comments, sorry. Do I drink often or nah? I actually don't drink at all. Hey, the stoner guy from the Tim Pool podcast, he shouldn't speak that way about Ian. Ian's a king. It should be a picture of the Pro Tag on an operating table with the Martians taking a selfie or something. That would be cool too. I don't know. I'll definitely come up with something better than this. Yeah. Let's see. What are we gonna do here? Game over. Game over, buddy. Game over. Whoa, buddy. Game over. Layout. What are we gonna do here? Let's just. Where's the fucking text, man? Theme overrides. Fonts. Let's choose our one font that we have. And we'll blast this real large. Game over. Game over. You suck. But yeah, I used to actually drink a lot, and then I stopped drinking just because it would like give me such bad fucking hangovers that it would like almost kill me. I don't know. I just I hate being hungover, but yeah, I would say I had like an issue with alcohol for a while. That was when I was like 20 too, you know, and like in my family that was just a normal thing to do, would be to drink to excess. So not so much anymore. We've all kind of, you know, gotten better with that. Theme overrides, styles. How do I make the... Oh, here we go. Outline size, that's what I wanted. Some outlines, there we go. Shadows. There we go. Very... almost kind of looks like Tony Hawk type shit. Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, I've actually gotten into, like, you know, I've been trying to work out more and shit, but I injured myself. I injured my back. That's why I'm standing up now, and I've been, like, getting better. Game over. Scene. I've been trying to, like, put on more weight and shit, and I was eating a bunch of food, and I was trying to lift and do more weights. I can do, like, weighted pull-ups now and shit like that, but, yeah, I was trying to squat more weight than I could handle, which was not a good idea. Cool, so now we gotta make some buttons. Button, and this will be, give up. Give up. This game's gonna have attitude. 1990s attitude, guys. Give up or, retry. Nice, and we should have just taken that. We should have just made this the theme, because now I'm gonna have to recreate some of that. Whatever, we won't do the whole thing. We're just gonna do. We will actually add the fucking theme. Theme, bam. New theme. Quick load. Is it? What is that called? Quirky robot. Oh, you know what? Now I instantly hate it. I didn't even realize the name of it was that. That's lame. Retry. Give up. Nice. Cool. We're gonna save this. Scenes. Save. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so quirky. Oh yeah, you guys want to see here's Goblin. So he's a pretty good sized cat. Yeah. I have the first stream where I found him and I actually showed him off for the first time, so I gotta collect like little video clips I've made of him like growing up. But yeah, he's a good cat. Very chill. Okay, so we got that. Let's go back to the start screen. Yeah, I heard this song earlier, and I was like, did he really just say, if she doesn't love me, then her sister will? I was like, that's pretty trashy, man. Alright, texture. Texture wrecked. And, you guys make me sound like a Reddit person. I'm just showing off my cat because I'm so fucking cool. One of your cats hates you, two of them love you. One of my cats is mad at me right now because I have to put him in a situation he doesn't like, but he's gonna have to deal with it. And plus I gave him Fancy Feast. So what is this? The intro, right? Intro scene.png. And yeah, I think what I was gonna do for the story is basically you it's Mars Mission Alpha, so you're like the first base that's been sent to Mars, and you got to clear them out of all the Martians. I mean, you know, not a very well thought out plot, but that's what it is. How's it going, Salman? Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta make more coffee. Not make it, but grab it. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright. I will say this song reminds me of a Community. Oh, watching from Bangladesh. Oh, nice. This song reminds me of an uncle I have who drives his golf cart around drunk in his little neighborhood. He's a boomer menace. Alright, what are we doing here? Theme, new theme. Let's just go ahead and slap that font on there. Quick load. Start game. Why are you should be in front. There we go. And then we got to go down to... we'll actually do it here. The default font size, we'll just make it big. Start game. Nice. And then we got to do some text up here. A label. And we'll say Mars Mission Alpha. Not that type. Just the type of guy to it's like, alright, so if you invite this guy over to like a barbecue or whatever, he always shows up, never brings any food, and then he comes over and he'll have like, he had like a Bloody Mary drinking and driving all down the road. And then like, yeah, he's gonna leave and make another one when he leaves. That type of guy. He was actually a foreman of mine for a while, so he's a really good welder. It's actually annoying how good he is, because you're like, alright, this fucking piece of shit, there's no way he can weld this good, and then he just completely shows you up, and you're like, okay, alright, I see why you're the foreman. Yeah. Cool. So we have the start game, Mars Mission Alpha. Nice. I think that's good. Alright, what are we even doing, man? Alright, so... we gotta make power-ups and shit. Oh yeah, we got these, but we never did anything with them. So they can damage us. They really can't run that fast, though. We need to speed them up, and we need to... Oops. Yeah. Uh-oh. Boom. Boom, headshot. Headshot. All right. What are we going to do here? I guess we should... Oh, the goblets. That's right. We brought the goblets in because we wanted to have something to drink out of. I think I just brought them into my downloads. Let me bring that out. I'm going to grab all these. Copy. We'll go to assets. Create new folder. This will be goblets. I was trying to come up with some pun for Harry Potter and the goblets of something, but I couldn't come up with anything. Let's open it in the file manager. Yeah, I watch those movies now, and I guess I watched them in the heyday of when they were like out and I was a kid back in like the 2000s. And it seems so reasonable that those kids could, like, you know, stop a evil plot. But you're like, you watch it now as an adult, and you're like, the average 8-year-old is like a fucking idiot. Like, they're like, yeah, in death-defying situations. It's like, you know, at 10 years old, it's so fucking funny in that regard. Okay, what are we trying to do here? We start the game. What was I even working on doing? Oh, that's right, the goblets. The goblets need to be here, and then we need to be able to drink them. So I'm just going to... I'm actually just going to make another holder here for the goblet. Yeah, I always thought about that. Is that, like, as a redneck kid who grew up in like a rural community, watching these movies, I was like, don't they like have like guns everywhere? Like, I have like 2 guns in my fucking living room right now. I can go to Walmart and get a shotgun for like $79 fucking dollars. It's 2001, man. You know, they don't do that shit anymore. The cheapest gun you can buy at Walmart now is like, I think it is actually some form of like a knockoff Remington, but it's like $179. I went there the other day. The gas station where we used to walk up, you could get a burger and you could buy ammunition at the gas station where I used to work at. I mean, not work at, where I used to live at. Cool. Yeah, you could also get your deer checked there. You could like bring your deer up there, and they would cut your deer up, or I can't remember what they would do. They would have like services for hunters and shit like that. They don't do it anymore because it's done by other people now. Fuck, I'm really distracted. What the hell was I doing? That's right, the goblets. The plan is to have the goblets right here so you can drink the goblets and gain the power of the lion. So, let's go ahead and slam that goblet in there. Tuesday? I actually like this song. We don't have to make it local, do we? I don't think so. Oh yeah, we do have to make it local because we only want to use one of them and not all 3. Let's get the one. Fuck it, we'll put it right here. We'll delete that. This needs to be... yeah, right here. So yeah, the idea is that the character can run up and take the goblet and drink it, and then that'll give them the power up, and then yeah, I think that'll work pretty good. And another idea I had was to take these eyes and make a separate texture and like add some emission to them or something, or bring this into Blender and do some shit like that. But for now, we're not going to do that. Maybe I should save this branch as a scene. No, I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and just put it in the other ones as well. Bam, we slam it in. I need to stop talking so much and just start doing shit. We'll move that up. We'll delete this shit. We'll grab that. Spin this around. Turn this up. This will be our horse electro lights. That's what I should call it. If I knew how to do like fluid simulation, it'd be sick if you could have like the shit coming out of like their like mouth into the thing. That would be awesome. But I don't know how to do like fluid simulation. I just don't have time. So lion's head, we got that one in. Caesar head, let's go ahead and get that one in. Bam. Bring that in. We make it local. We pull this one. Let's actually grab the third one this time. Wowee. And yeah, we'll bring it up. And turn this on up right here. Nice. And my brother's chickens got killed the other day by a pack of dogs or coyotes or something. This song reminds me of that, sadly. Yeah. So we got Marty the Martian, Caesar head, horse head, lion's head. Did we get the bull's head? We did not. So let's go ahead and add the goblets in. So there we go. Make local. Yeah, there's a loose pit bull in my neighborhood. But I've been told they're friendly, so you know. I saw it the other day. I don't know if it was this pit bull, but there was one a while back. It was a female pit bull, and it was chasing this Asian chick down the sidewalk because she had like a small dog in her arms, and it was definitely going after the small dog. So I like jumped out of my car and I had a stick and I like started like smacking the ground near the dog, and I was like, "Get the fuck away!" And then this fucking kid came up to me and he's like, "Oh, like that dog's friendly." And I was like, "Kid, you know what? You go play with it. Like, you go play with that fucking dog then." Because that's exactly what my dad would have said to me. Or like, that's what an adult would have said back then. I've been attacked by a dog before. They're mean as fuck, dude. They're like way faster and stronger than you think. Like, you're like, "Oh, I've played with dogs before," or whatever. But then, like, when they bite you and they latch on, you're like, "Oh shit!" Like, that's some serious strength they got. Is there a particular reason why I don't do animations in Blender? I actually, like, all the animations I got for my models for the Marty Martian are from Mixamo. If I was going to make an animation, I would make it in Blender, because it is harder to do in Godot. But If it's like a simple animation, I'm just going to do it in Godot just because I already have the assets in here. I think I brought my guns in straight as GLTFs from a different website. I like Turbo Squid. So basically just to avoid making animations in general was my main thing. Yeah, I wasn't attacked by a pit bull. Luckily, I was attacked by little like like beagles. I was doing some work for a hunting club, and I didn't realize. I thought these were just like regular hunting dogs, but these guys had like not taken care of them and neglected them, and like just didn't feed them at all. So I walked into the pen with like a big bag of food, and like instantly, one of them just like straight up like bit the shit out of me, and I was like 16 or 17, and I had never really like expected that from that type of dog before. But yeah, I mean they'll fuck you up. Yeah, but like luckily he just wanted the food. Like as soon as I dropped the food, he went after the food, and then my brother was there too, and he smacked it in the head with a shovel. And then yeah, it got back up. I mean, it was fine, but yeah, I felt bad for those dogs, so we did go back and like feed them because they were kind of like starving them and shit. And it's like just because they're hunting dogs, you still have to actually give them food. How's it going, Low Rouse and Low Wee Owls? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but yo, how's it going? So cool. So there are the goblets right there. They look pretty cool. And then we have that. So when I drink from here, the goblets should disappear. Let's go ahead and start hooking shit up to be able to drink from stuff. So let me open up the door. Door TSCN. We're pretty much doing the same thing here. So we need to basically go through each one of these and go node, signals, body entered, connect. Actually, we don't even have a script on these yet. Let's connect that script. Power up stations. Boom, we're firing on all cylinders now. We got to connect it, and then we also got to connect the body exited. And yeah. So yeah, we're going to be doing the same thing here as we did in the doors. We basically copy this and we'll paste it, and we'll paste that there. Move that there. Yeah, and I think before I go any further, I'm going to probably take a quick break. I just got to check on my cat. He's kind of like scratching at the door. I want to make sure he's not doing anything stupid. But yeah, I'll be right back in a minute. Alright, sorry. Yeah, I had to switch the rooms that my cats were in. One was getting... I can't let them hang out because they like to fight with each other. But I let them like switch the rooms that they're in, or else they get all like annoyed that they're in the room too long. So yeah, fun stuff over here. But I didn't want them to start freaking out, so... Nice. I gotta do one more thing and then I'll actually be back to process this shit. So let me just put up that slideshow for a second longer. Yeah, like 2 more seconds. Alright, now I'm back for real. Sorry about that. A whole bunch of dumb shit. But I can't, like, you know, leave my cats all fucked up, so... Alrighty. If I don't use Blender, what's an easy way to make world terrain in Godot? CSGs. What's a CSG? I actually don't know. You're talking about like large scale terrain. That I don't really know. I know there's like plugins for it, but I've never really used them before. And at one point I was like trying to make some open world game, and then I just realized like there's really no point. So whenever I make terrain, I did another thing where I was in Blender and I made like this giant big terrain in Blender, and I was like, oh, it's gonna have this and that, and then I realized I should have just loaded in each area separately. But yeah, so short answer, I don't know. Oh, like a mesh with collision. That's right, they're a node in here. CSG. What makes them different? Are intended to be used for level prototyping. Creating CSG nodes has a significant CPU cost compared to creating a mesh instance with a primitive mesh. Oh. Yeah, within Godot. Oh, you know what? I actually do have a fucking idea for you. Where is it? Hold on, let me bring this up. Mesh testing. So if you want to create a mesh in Godot, this is actually a pretty complicated thing to do, but I figured out how to do it. You can do it with C#. This is like a C# script that I wrote. So if we run this, let's see. Hopefully it works right now. Come on now. You fuck. I was really proud of this. If it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just look like an idiot. Come on now. Okay, so it might not work. Okay. Anyway, what this is this is a mesh that I've made in a C# application called, oh man, what is it even called? It's called G3. It's basically like a C# library that builds meshes, and you can basically make meshes with this thing. And what I've done is taken, I've like fed it coordinates and drawn this mesh, and then saved it as a converted it to a Godot mesh. So you could use this theoretically to make like a whole bunch of points, and then why use C# for Godot? Because you can't have access to stuff like G3 using Godot script. It wouldn't be able to access it, but you can access it with this. Hold on. Geometry 3#. So this is actually like a tool that they have in like Unreal Engine. You can use this to do a whole lot of stuff, like create meshes dynamically, but they don't have it in Godot yet. So I'm trying to like learn how to implement it in Godot. If we go to like tutorials, it's like this type stuff, like remeshing, implicit surface modeling. So this is what I'm trying to do, is cut objects out of other objects, and I've done that on there. But yeah, it's pretty fucking sick, because you can like actually make real meshes in Godot and not have to make it in an external software. And you can use it to like do stuff like that, so you could add, you know, weird shit all around. But yeah, blending. But yeah, there's like a whole toolbox in Unreal Engine, but it's not in Godot yet, and I would like to add functionality for some of these. But yeah. What was I doing? Shit. Start screen. Cool, we'll get rid of this since we're not using it. Let's go to the doors. Okay, so on the lion's head, the body is in range. We're gonna say is in drank range. Is in drink range. And we'll copy and paste that. Nice. Oh, it should be is out of drink range. Cool. So if we're out of drink range, in drink range, awesome. We need to make those functions on the player. Player. We'll go func. In drink range. Func. Out of drink range. And then we're going to pass in the statue, basically. Statue of whatever power-up we're trying to acquire, whatever Juggernog or, you know, Quick Hands or whatever. So I guess I'll probably do a match statement based off the statue.name. And we'll just say we'll just print it for now. Print statue dot name. That's of course if we press the interaction button. So that's going to be pretty much the same as we're going to do one of these. Can open door. Oh, okay. If we can actually do this, we'll probably have to make one of these, but we're going to say if current power up. If current power up. So if we're near a current power up, but we don't have this variable yet, so we'll go ahead and make one on ready var, and we'll set that equal to null. And then we have to update it when we are here. Current power equals statute, right? Current power is not equal to null. Awesome. Expected condition after if. Of course, you would expect a condition, wouldn't you? Print. Nice. So we're gonna subtract points. Let's do 2,000 points. And then we'll just subtract that as well. And then we'll say current power dot what am I saying? Current power I guess we'll say what, use? Drink, you know, because we're drinking the goblet or whatever. Drink. Nice. And then we'll have to make that function, of course, on the lion's head. And we'll just say pass. And actually, we don't. We just need to say, we're going to say at brass goblet. Dot visible equals false. I think that's the way to do it. So when the character walks up, they'll walk into this range. When we press the E, if we have enough points, we'll be able to make this disappear and it'll drink the goblet. So that should work. I just need to double check all that. And we got some errors here. Yeah, we need some additional stuff here. I'm just going to write pass. We'll say if so trying to think here. Can't open door. Are we actually using this anymore? I don't think so. Oh. Indoor range equals true. Out of door range equals false. Whatever. Is in drink range, because we can basically tell whether it's in or out of range based on whether we have a current power. So when we're out of it, we're going to say current power equals null. So if we have an absence of current power, yeah, and all this is saying is that we're in range, so we actually need to change that until we actually use it. So we should change this to can interact as well. And then we'll go up here. Oh. We'll just do that. Because now we're using it for basically both of our functions. Where is it at? Control F, can interact. There we go. Awesome, wonderful. A lot of work right here. Getting a lot of shit done. Cool. In range, out of range, that's for the door. We want to... I'm going to close some of these that we're not using. I'm also going to clean up a little bit. Cool. That's looking much better. Let's take all these on readies and actually move them up to the top. And I'm going to try and get rid of some stuff, just do some cleaning. I like to have all my on readies up here at the top. It just makes it easier to find them. And we'll take all these. And we'll put them up here. And nice. What else do we have? We got this one right here. Control X. And nice. We'll also do it for this one too. Right here. And then we'll just condense space. Cool. And then I like to have the constants up before anything else. Nice. Then I'm just going to make a couple breaks where I feel like are logical. Yeah. Cool. Let's close those. Cool. Now we just need to focus on the ones that we need to focus on. Awesome. Is in drink range, is out of drink range. Cool. So, if we're in drink range and we have a current power and we press can interact, we press E, we have the current power, we minus everything. We're going to say current power dot drink, and we're going to say drink current power. Drink and whoops. Current power. And then we'll have to make a function drink current power. And then this will be where our match statement comes into play, I believe, right down here. Cool. Nice. So, yeah, and we're basically going to do that. We should do that for our other function here. Whatever, we'll leave that for now. What's the problem here? Statue, of course it's not. Bam, right there. And I know that's going to be wrong. We're not going to activate anything right now. I just need to know what the powers are. So let's go ahead and I guess try that on the lion statue. Okay. Let's give it a shot. I think it's this way. I don't know, it's starting to get a little better. Starting to look more like a game. You know, maybe not a AAA game. Alright, so that's the bull, so we have the lion over here, I believe. And we might even get a prompt on the... I don't think we will get a prompt, but... If I press E. Okay, the goblet goes away. Awesome. So that works. Damn. Okay. So what are we going to do here? I need to add in on the lion's head. Let's see. What do I need to do? When we come into contact with it, I actually need to add to our player. Is indoor range. We need to do this. The update player text. I forgot to do that. Where is it? Right here. We're gonna do it in the right here. Sorry, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. Instead of open door, it'll be drank. Drink potion. Drink Martian elixir. Drink Martian elixir, and that'll be 2050. Press E, and we'll make it a capital E. And then I'm gonna Control C and bring this down here and Control V, and then we'll just take out all the text so it sends it a blank string and we don't see anything. Let's give that a shot. E, we open that. We run over here. Open that one. And then we come over to the lion's head statue, and it says, drink Martian elixir. We drink it up. So now we're good. And we can still shoot. And reload. And blast this guy in the head twice and kill him. So yeah, I think for now we've made pretty good progress. I'm trying to decide. I think that's probably about it for me. I got other shit to do, like sleep. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. I'm probably going to add more to the game tomorrow, so I'll be back on. And then throughout the week I'll be doing some stuff with it. I think the game jam ends, I think the 19th or whatever. Yeah, I'll have the game done by then. But yeah, thanks for watching the stream. Everybody have a good one.